let me full screen. Dang it! Goodness. Sorry, it wouldn't let me. Just got to get that pre-show Dr. Pep. Oh my god, dude, that's a 2-liter. Please do not chug that. You're gonna feel like garbage. I chugged a 2-liter Mountain Dew once. I wanted to die. I wanted to literally rip my insides out. So
welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Marge Simpson. Hi, how are you? I lost it.
Dye my hair blue and call me Marge Simpson, because I miss you, homie.
Homie, what are you doing?
What are you doing, step homie? Sorry, I think.
Okay. Oh wow, what a way to start off an episode.
I'm so sorry. That's that. I don't know what that was from. I don't want to leave that in the episode.
That'll be the extras on the Patreon.
You know, we take things out of the Patreon or out of the main show that we don't want our moms to hear or listen. Mainly it's them that we don't want them to hear or listen.
They're our only patrons. Okay, I'm sorry. They're not our only patrons.
They're not our only ones, but like we're two of the main ones, and it's like, why? We're creating. We're putting their disappointment behind a paywall. That's all we're doing.
That's exactly. We want to make them pay for listening to the stuff we didn't want them to listen to. That's how it should be. Capitalism.
You can listen to it if you want to, but you gotta pay me $10.
That's capitalism for you.
Matt, usually we start this off by asking you how your week was, but I have a different question for you.
Okay.
Do you miss me?
Do I miss you?
Yeah.
I mean, I see you literally twice a week. Maybe not in person. I do miss seeing you in person. Absolutely.
But like you don't miss me throughout the week. You're like, man, I miss Connor right now.
I think there are times where I'm like, man, Connor's humor would be really funny in this situation, or man, I could really use a real big bear hug from Connor. So yeah, I would say, yeah, I miss you. Why do you miss me?
So this question came up because on TikTok, I've been seeing two podcast groups of like two duos that are typically not together that have done interviews with each other. And there was it was talking about how like one from each group are kind of like the I don't get the how you could miss me thing, and the other one is I don't get how you could not miss me. That sort of thing. Right. It was the two guys from the Basement Yards
I love
podcast. That. And I think there's Pick 6, I think is it. It's the two British black guys that like will read off like wild Twitter posts and things like that.
Yeah.
I apologize. I didn't look up who they are, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. The two groups of them did a show together, and like one of the guys from each podcast were on the side of like I don't get how you could not miss me, and it got me thinking. It's not very often that I think, man, I really wish Matt was here. And no, like it sounds bad, but here. And what makes me feel like I'm not a bad person for that is that it made me go, that's not good though. I should want Matt to be around me. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, why do I not have that feeling of like the want of Matt, you know? And it's because we do see each other 2 times a week.
Yeah, but like we hang up and I'm like, man, I can't wait for Tuesday. and then like Tuesday's
So
done.
you
I'm
do
like,
miss me.
I mean, in certain moments, okay, it's hard to miss people when you have ADHD. Just putting that out there. It's very difficult to miss people because
Don't
you
you
forget.
blame object permanence for not remembering my existence?
That is literally what object permanence is. I can't control it. It's
So I'm
just
just an object to you.
for the first couple months of college. My mother would be like, "Why don't you call me?" I'm like, "Because you don't exist." Like I'm away from home. I have not seen your face. I have not thought about you. Like, and it's not because I'm trying not to. It's not because like nothing reminds me of you. It's because I don't see you. I don't see you. It's not there. So it's hard to miss people. But like when things remind me of you or like the people that I should be missing, then I miss them. Ah,
You know, this is really on myself for feeling upset right now, is because I asked this question, but it still
I
hurts.
I hope that you fix yourself so that you miss me. I really do. Uh it does hurt. It does hurt a little.
You know what's funny is as you were saying that, like how you like don't see her face, so like you don't recognize her as like a thing.
Mhm.
Ever since I moved out, I go once a week to like hang out with my mom, check in with her, make sure like she's not dead, and like all around like spend time with her. And every time I see her now, I was like, oh yeah, that's what her face looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so weird because it's like, well, yeah, I was seeing it every day when I lived with her for the most part, but now it's like, oh, she has brown hair.
Right. Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. Especially like even for neurotypical people. Like from what I've heard, I guess, because I don't know what it's like. Like even just like moving out of the house is just it's a huge change. And then to like come back and everything, it has like a reminiscent feel, but it also has like a something is different feel. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. You notice things more, I think.
It heightens you because you get desensitized to things.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like smell blindness. Like you don't realize like a certain room smells away, and then your brother comes in and says it smells like farts in here, and then leaves. And then you're like, wow, I should really light a candle in this room. But then you think, oh, farts are just methane. Is it really safe for me to light anything in here?
Fair enough, yeah.
And it's sort of like this own little quiz that you have to think about to yourself.
Yeah. You kind of have to be clever in order to figure out, certain things like, should you wash the sheets? Should you wash your clothes? Should you maybe pick up some clothes and put them in a laundry basket? Should you light a candle? Maybe an air freshener would work better, like a spray, like an aerosol. I don't know.
Boy, do you. And it's like one of those things with. Hold on. Quiz. Boy. Clever. Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear
No.
anything.
Oh, to me, it sounds like it's time for the Clever Boy quiz.
Ooh, solid, absolutely solid.
That was a great one, and I'm very proud of myself.
I was convinced.
And no one can make me feel bad about that otherwise. Matt, are you ready for this week's quiz?
I am ready for this week's quiz. I've never felt more ready.
All right, this week's quiz is called I know we never had class together. We sure had chemistry.
Ooh, got him. I'm pretty sure we actually had biology together. So,
I
but
don't
the
know.
quiz thing is good.
I did not know if we had class together ever.
We had biology together for like a week, and then you dropped out, and then a week later I dropped out.
That's why it doesn't feel like we had class together. All right. Yes, it's time for the Clever Boy quiz. This week we are testing Matt's knowledge of the main concept of chemistry elements. Matt,
Oh,
as
boy.
we talked about last week, you are a Feniant Venturer, which is Clever Boy 17 in the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure just surprised you because you don't have object permanence on what the Wu-Tang Clan is.
Yeah.
Which all I gotta say to you for that is protect your neck.
What?
It's a Wu-Tang Clan reference.
Oh, okay.
Do you not know the Wu-Tang Clan?
No, not even remotely.
Season 1 of Iron Fist. Do you remember when he was in the convenience store and that guy was like, "Man, can we swap hoodies?" And then later that same guy does a rap about Luke Cage.
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't remember a single episode of Iron Fist. I watched it all. I don't remember.
Did I say Iron Fist?
You definitely said Iron Fist.
Foley was talking about Luke Cage.
Oh, I see. It's been like 5 years since I even thought about Luke Cage, so I don't think that I would remember the rap that you're talking about.
Well, Method Man did the rap. He was in the Wu-Tang Clan.
Nice. All right.
But very simple quiz for you this week. I'm going to give you the initials of an element from the elemental table, periodic table of elements, and you have to try and tell me what that element is.
Can we real quick before we start the quiz? When I was in fifth grade, we took a quiz on the periodic table of elements. Okay. And I couldn't remember any of them. Like I got like maybe 5. I got the first couple. And like I think the gases, the noble gases. That was it. That was it. I was sitting there racking my brain because like surprisingly, I kind of studied for this one. And my teacher comes up to me after everybody else had finished the quiz and I was still working on it. And he's like, it's okay. It's okay if you don't finish. I start bawling. I'm drenched in tears at this point. I'm like, I studied so hard. I don't remember any of it. And I'm like sitting there bawling and everything. And he just like gently takes the paper and just like walks away. I'm just like, wow. Yeah, no, that was excruciating because everybody was staring at me. It was lovely.
How were you learning the elements in 5th grade?
It was like a bonus thing. If we got like the most filled in, then we got like bonus points or something. It wasn't like an actual, like we didn't learn the periodic table of the elements. He just showed it to us, gave us a filled in one and said, "Hey, try and memorize this." And then we did the quiz later. It was just for fun. It wasn't an actual grade, but man, it was rough.
In 8th grade, I had a like half chemistry, half physics class, and we had to learn the table of elements. We had to spell them all correctly.
Ooh,
which for an undiagnosed dyslexic was torture.
Yeah, that sucks.
But there was one word I always figured out how to spell correctly, and that was potassium, because it's 9 letters. And so if you just split it up into 3 different sections of 3 letters.
Pot ass I am.
Exactly. Potassium.
Oh man, nice.
All right, so you're not good at chemistry, but let's see how you do on this quiz. I picked more well-known ones. There's not like those weird middle of the table,
like Einsteinium or something like that. Like
like only exists inside a lab sort of elements. Like these are easier known ones.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Remember, I'm giving you the initials. You give me which element it was. Very much similar to the states quiz. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Element number 1. Mg.
Magnesium. Final answer.
That is correct. Element number 2. Silicon. Nope.
That
It broke down so quickly. Hold on.
is the answer to number 2 silicon? Final answer.
Shut up. No one asked you anything. Now I'm going to give you a hard one.
It wasn't my fault that you said the word.
Yeah, but you're bullying me for it.
Fair enough.
Which one did you say? Einsteinium?
Dude, don't give me that.
No, I think that's a great one to give you.
I know it.
Do you?
Yeah, if you give me 2 letters. Okay, never mind. You know, you do you, boo.
Thanks, babe. Okay. I think I have fixed my problem.
Okay, cool. Take from the top.
I pulled up the periodic table of elements beforehand. I was like, I'm just gonna leave this open just in case something goes wrong.
Okay. Like it did on the second question.
I need you to shut up. All right. Element number 2. AS.
AS. Well,
AS.
A is for the way you ask me questions. S is for how much this quiz sucks. AS is
These very, very hard questions.
AS is silver.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Ooh, who would have known? Not me. Definitely didn't guess.
Scientist, probably again. Silver is AG.
I thought gold. I thought gold was AG. Gold is AU.
Gold is AU.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
AS is arsenic.
Arsenic. Ah, forgot that was. I thought that was a poison. It is a poison, but I forgot that it was also an element.
You got to think about it.
Yep.
All right, we'll do better on the next one.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
For sure. Element number 3, Be.
That's beryllium. I think.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Have the pen clicks still been coming through? Because you haven't commented on them in a while, or are you just desensitized to them now?
Both, but I haven't heard them very well. So
I know I need to get a new mic.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's beryllium.
Bam. I'm crushing.
All right. Now the easy section is over.
3
Just
questions.
I didn't rank it like that.
Okay.
That'd be too sophisticated of a quiz.
It has to be chaotic, or it's not a clever boy quiz.
If it's not chaotic, it's not created by me.
Exactly.
Element number 4, XE.
Ooh. I feel like I know this one. Mother trucker. on a stick. XE. Xenophobia. Final answer.
Xenophobia.
Xenophobia. I know it's not. Obviously, that's not an element. An element of hate crimes, maybe, but an element on the periodic table, no. I know it, but I'm sticking with xenophobia because I can't think of it.
Sorry to tell you, xenophobia is incorrect.
Yeah.
Xenon is correct.
Xenon? Are you kidding me?
If you'd let fear dictate your answer there. Ironically, as you added phobia, which is Latin for fear, to the end of the right element.
Oh man, that's rough.
And it's only going to get rougher. Number 5.
Good thing I
PB.
like it rough. PB.
So glad I was talking as you were.
The answer is peanut butter. No, it's not. It is. Isn't that? I don't think it is, but I'm going to say it anyway. Potassium.
Final answer?
I take up too much time thinking, so I just got to go with something, you know. Final answer.
Matt, you were correct in thinking that potassium's letter do not match the word because potassium is K.
Oh, yeah.
PB is lead.
Lead. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Just a fun fact for our listeners, because I love to help you learn as we do these quizzes. Anytime any of the letters inside the abbreviation for the element do not match the element itself, such as potassium, gold, silver, lead, things like that, it is because it's the Latin form of that name that is used instead. Now, Matt, do you know why they use the Latin form of the name?
No.
Neither do I. So let us know if you know.
I would like to say to all of my high school and college chemistry teachers, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I should know this stuff.
I took chemistry for everyday life in college.
Nice.
Which is basically like, look, we know y'all just need the science credit for your humanities classes. Please just try and make it to class and you'll be fine. And it was taught by I think he was the head of the chemistry department or someone who was high up in the university. And even he was like, look, guys, I'm not asking for a whole lot. Just this. Just know that you know this. And literally one of the lessons in this class was just lasers.
Nice.
The title for the section was just lasers.
If only the biology for non-freaking majors was anything like that, that would be great. Great. No, apparently biology for non-majors means that it is the hardest freaking biology class you could take. Sorry, I digress.
Literally, people would say it was the hardest class to take in that whole department.
Wild. It's all right. Those days are dead and gone. Dead and gone. They died with COVID.
It's my will to live. Number 6. PD.
Period. No. PD is permanganate.
Mm-hmm. Final answer.
I don't want it to be, but I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, final answer, permanganate.
Okay, I'm sure it's not, but I just want to double check if that's a real element. Okay, I'm not seeing it. So no, not only is it wrong, it's so wrong that it's not even an element.
Manganate. Permanganate here is a compound, a chemical compound with a manganese atom and oxygen. So it is technically chemistry, just not the right chemistry.
I'm asking for elements, not compounds.
Yeah, fully aware.
PD is palladium.
Palladium. Ooh, yeah, that would make sense. That's got the letters in it.
Yeah, it's got a D in it, unlike permanganate.
I thought, see, if I'm being 100% honest, I thought permanganate ended in TD. So.
Okay. Let's continue on before I get too disappointed in you. Number 7. GE.
Ooh. Oh, beans. I know this one. I know it. I know it. GE is I have absolutely no idea. General Electric. GE. Why can't I think of it?
Here's the
It's
hint. Y is not any of the letters inside the word.
Y. The letter Y is not any. That was such a helpful hint. Now I have 25 letters to go. GE is Gerbon.
Final answer with Gerbon.
Final answer.
I don't know if this is going to shock you, Matt, but that's incorrect.
What? What? Yeah.
GE is germanium.
Germanium? That's a name. That's not a real element. Yeah, I know. It's real. It's dumb.
Do you know what? Never mind. That's a dumb joke. We're moving on.
Most jokes are dumb, if I'm being honest.
All right, fine then. Do you know what germanium is also known as?
No.
It is the element of surprise.
Why? Why don't you? If you would have just told that joke to begin with, it would have been so much better. Oh boy.
Stupid joke.
Oh man.
Element number 8. CL.
That is Colosseum. No,
Colosseum.
no, Colosseum.
Colosseum. Colosseum.
Colosseum. No,
It's Colosseum into that.
It's clout. No, it's It is colonialism.
I feel like you're so close to it in your head. And
Chlorine. Chlorine.
final answer.
Final answer.
Matt. CL does stand for chlorine.
I killed it.
One half of my favorite drink.
Bleach. Yeah, my favorite too.
No, pool water. The other half is child's pee. Nope.
No, we can't release this episode. This episode is unreleasable. This is
I gotta
going...
take that out. I'm taking that out for sure.
No, it has to stay in.
I can't release an episode that has me saying my favorite drink is chlorine and child's pee. Especially when no one else understands the context of I was talking about pool water.
You said pool water. You said it. You said pool. No, pool water, chlorine. And the other half is child's pee.
Did I say it?
Yes, you did. 100%. You'll have to listen back whenever you edit it.
All right. If I listen back and I hear me say that, this stays in.
Okay. Sounds good.
If I actually said the words pool water before I said child's pee, it stays in. If not, this joke is gone forever.
Not even on the Patreon exclusive, just gone, deleted.
There's no evidence of this crime.
On the servers of Google Meets, I'm sure there is.
I'll just
Lordy
have to take
Lord.
down Google.
From the inside.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
It's gonna be like that Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson movie where I become like a 30-year-old intern at Google. They're way older than 30, but still.
Close enough.
What we're we doing? Yeah. Okay. Element number 9.
Okay.
HG.
Oh, come on. You know this one, you silly little goose. Dang it. HG.
TV.
Fudge.
The Home and Garden Network.
I know it. I know it. Oh my goodness. Why can't I think of it? HG. This isn't even a quiz that I can like say my thought process because I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm ruling out helium and hydrogen.
Okay.
Or am I? Hydrogen isn't HI because it would be HY. And it's definitely not HY. But it's just H. It is just H. And helium is HE, so it's gotta be something else. It may not even start with H. It may be Latin garbage.
How many of the Latin garbages do you know?
0.
No, I went over 2 with you earlier.
I know silver and gold is AG and AU. We talked about PB, which is lead. I really don't know. Beans.
So a lot of metals are also Latin.
Yeah.
So what are some famous metals you know?
Is it copper? No, I don't think it is copper. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Copper.
Copper. Final answer. It's definitely not. I'm pretty sure copper is literally like CP or something like that, but I'm gonna go with it.
Matt, the chemical symbol for copper is Cu.
Beans. Yeah.
Hg is for mercury.
Mercury. Oh yeah, you're right.
Just
So
like
weird.
Freddie.
Just like Freddie. May he rest in style.
Oh. Oh.
That's
Nope,
not
his
even
song.
at
Yeah,
all.
no, they do that. They do that at the beginning of the Live Aid.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't watched that movie in a while. Anyways, element number 10.
All right, final element. The final element.
Mn.
MN.
Mn. I can hear Ahsoka's tail.
No, that's probably my chair going back and forth. Ahsoka's not in here. MN.
Mn.
That could be manganate. I don't think it's magnesium. It could be none of it. It could not start with M. Who knows? MN. Yeah, I'm gonna go with manganate. Even though I don't think it's that, because you didn't even think it was an element. But still, I'm going with it.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Matt, so manganite is not an element. It is a compound.
No, permanganate is a compound. Manganate is an element. Isn't that what I just looked up?
No. So I think what you're trying to say is manganese.
Oh yeah, you're definitely right. Because the manganese atom, yeah, it's manganese. But permanganate,
Right.
yeah, I see what you're saying. I had the right
Which is
element,
why-
I just didn't say it right.
That's why I'm going to give you the point. Because I knew what you wanted to say. You
Okay.
just said it wrong.
I'll take it.
You're still not going to win this week, but hey,
That's okay.
6-4 is better than 3-7. You ready for your bonus?
Yeah, I am ready for my bonus.
All right. Do you remember the entire structure of the quiz as we've done it so far?
The entire structure of the quiz as we've done it so far.
Yes.
Like you're asking me in order which elements we've talked about.
No, I'm asking you if you remember the structure of the quiz as we've done it so far.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I do.
This question does not follow that. What is the most abundant element on Earth?
The most abundant element on Earth. Okay, there's a couple that I can think of that are very abundant. Nitrogen, super abundant. Carbon, super abundant. Oxygen, kind of abundant. Hydrogen, very abundant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
I don't think it bite me in the butt. I don't think it is hydrogen. I do think it is either nitrogen or carbon. But since I can't pick, I'm gonna go hydrogen.
If you can't pick between hydrogen and carbon, why don't you pick a third option?
I did. I couldn't pick between nitrogen and carbon, so I picked hydrogen.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that going to be your final answer?
That is going to be my final answer.
Matt, before I tell you what the right answer is, would you like to know that you said the right answer within your thinking process?
Did I really? I figured. I knew those were really abundant. Is it nitrogen?
It is not. According to the LA Times, the most abundant element is oxygen, which composes 49.5% of the total mass of the Earth's crust, waters, and atmospheres, according to the textbook Modern Chemistry. Silicon is second at 28%. Aluminum is a distant third at only 8%. And compounds of silicon and oxygen make up 87% of the minerals within the Earth's crust.
Huh. Everything I learned is a lie. That is okay.
I think you got to think about it as like for every drop of like water atoms, there's 2 oxygens for every hydrogen. You got to think there's a lot of water.
That's not. It's 1 oxygen for every 2 hydrogens.
Nah. Hydrogen dioxide.
That's not water.
Oxygen dioxide.
H2O.
Hydrogen dioxide. H2O. 1 H2O.
No, H2O is dihydrogen monoxide, which is
that's what DNA stands for.
That's deoxyribonucleic acid. Not even close.
Look, guys, all we know is that the riboflavin is the powerhouse of the cell. Matt, you did not win this week's quiz.
I didn't?
No.
Whoa! That's crazy.
Which adds another loss into your loss column, bringing you up to 6 total.
6 losses? What am I gonna do?
I'll probably have a punishment.
Probably.
But hey, we'll see what happens when that happens.
Sure will.
Matt, do you have a topic for me for this week?
Yeah, but it's gonna depress you.
Oh boy, let's do it.
Do you know what day it is?
It is the anniversary of Stan Lee's death.
Yeah, it is. Stan Lee passed away at the age of 95 in 2008. 5 years ago today, one of the greatest men who ever lived, a man that will go down in history, a man that brought about one of the most amazing things to ever enter my life and many other people's lives, along with plenty of others. He's not the only person, but he was kind of the figurehead, which is what brought him to the forefront.
With a lot of the characters that I'm assuming we're going to talk about, the storylines and like the details of who those characters are and who they became would not be here without Stan Lee.
Absolutely.
He's mainly talked about as being like a partner with Jack Kirby, but Jack Kirby was the incredible artist, and Stan Lee was the penman, whatever they call it, behind a lot of these storylines and names and who these characters were. And it's truly, he created the characters and Jack Kirby brought them physically to life, but we wouldn't have the ideas without Stan Lee for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I was going to talk about what, if you can remember off the top of your head, I guess, what was your favorite cameo? Do you have one?
For those
who don't know, is that Stan Lee did cameos in just about every, if not every, Marvel movie since Iron Man, since maybe even Hulk. Did he do one in Hulk? I don't remember.
He did them in even more than just the MCU movies.
Yeah.
He did do one in Hulk. He was the guy who drank the soda that had Banner's infected blood in it. He was himself in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer when he tried to get into Reed and Susan's wedding. He played the mail carrier in the first Fantastic Four. He did several cameos in the Spider-Man movies, including like giving advice to Spider-Man at one point. Those being the Tobey Maguire ones. Of course, he was in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. In the first one, he was the librarian that doesn't notice the lizard and Spider-Man having a fight behind him. But even outside of just the Marvel movies, he did great cameos, including things in a lot of Kevin Smith movies, like the Jay and Silent Bob and things like that.
Yeah, he also made an appearance in the Princess Diaries 2, the Royal Wedding one. Yeah.
But and I'm not picking this just because he said it was his favorite in an interview I watched today. But honestly, in the Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, where he's at a bar and Thor is drinking Asgardian ale or Asgardian whiskey, and he's like, "This is for no mortal man to no mortal person should experience this." And he goes, "Yeah, neither should Omaha Beach, but I survived that, son." He passed it over here. And then the next scene, you just hear him go, "Excelsior." I think about that maybe twice a week. Of just
that's your Roman Empire.
Yeah. I mean, the Roman Empire is also my Roman Empire.
Right.
I don't know what my true Roman Empire is because I think about a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, comics is probably my true Roman Empire, but I do think about the Roman Empire a lot.
Yeah, seriously.
What was your favorite cameo?
You brought to light a lot of really good ones. My favorite was actually on the list that you said. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, number 1, where he's the librarian and Pete's fighting the lizard right behind him. The whole thing is trash. He's got little headphones in and he's just doing his little librarian things. And he doesn't even say anything. He doesn't have to. He just is doing stuff. You know what I mean? I think about that scene a lot. And actually, I was just the reason this kind of got brought up in my mind, not only because I saw it like on my Facebook memories and stuff like that, but we were playing Ultimate Alliance 3. My coworker had it and we were playing it a little bit, and the Deadpool was in there. He was making tacos and stuff like that, and the Juggernaut and another character were fighting. I think it was Spider-Man, maybe. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. The Juggernaut was running around and Deadpool was making tacos, and then he flipped to the other side, and then the Juggernaut ran past the other side. Like it felt very reminiscent of that scene. I also really love not his last one, but one of his later ones, and I think they might have actually changed it afterward. I don't remember the entire story about it, but in Captain Marvel, like when she sees him on the train or bus, whatever the transportation thing was, that just hit my soul. Like he just like was reading this thing and he looked down, and like it touched my soul. And especially since that was right around the same time that he passed, or it might have been posthumous, actually. I don't remember.
I think that was the first posthumous one, because then you had Endgame pretty much right after it.
Yeah. So I know Endgame was his last one, but this one just touched my heart. You know,
what's funny about you mentioning that is that the paper that he's holding in there is that Kevin Smith script. So
Oh.
if I'm correct about him being in Clerks, if that's the right one, that's the script he's reading because he's on his way to the audition.
That's
That
what it
movie
was.
takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I think the one that was like most impactful, at least I know it was for us because we went and saw this movie together, and it
Yeah.
was the first Marvel movie after his death, was Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Because like not only does he get the great line of the suit always fits eventually, and like you see him kind of be he's being a shrewd businessman, but he's also being supportive towards Miles Morales is
Yeah.
really nice. I do have a few more like notable
Yeah.
appearances if you don't mind. I don't want to like hog the segment.
Absolutely.
But
No, I wanted to talk about it, so we just talk about it. That's how it goes.
One that I want to bring to light to people that might not know about it is Big Hero 6. Because that's actually a Marvel comic book that was Disney like turned into a movie and everything. And his cameo in it is at the end. He is that rich kid's father.
Yeah.
And he shows up and like talks to him and everything. And so like it's an after credit scene though. So like you don't really see it unless you stay there and look at like the post credit scenes.
Right.
And then we talked about how Endgame is said to be his last cameo because of course it was recorded before he died and then he wasn't able to record anymore. But there is still like some posthumous references to Stanley, especially anytime J. Jonah Jameson is on screen, because the character of J. Jonah Jameson was specifically made to look sort of like Stan Lee from back in the day.
Okay.
With the mustache and his hair and everything like that. Of course, he doesn't have the same grouchy and rough exterior, but it is meant to be a sort of visual cameo to Stan Lee. Do you remember where you were?
I was at work. I'm pretty sure because 2018. When was that? It was November.
That was our junior year.
I think I was at work. I don't remember exactly. I like we talked about my memory. I don't choose what my memory actually like saves in the databanks. It was a rough day though. I think we texted each other.
I texted you immediately, and
Yeah.
I remember doing that because I also fell to the ground outside of Stewart and just started crying. This is, and it's only the second time I've ever cried at the death of a celebrity. First time was Robin Williams.
Yep. Man, I didn't mean to get depressing, but I do feel like we had to talk about it a little bit. It means so much to us, and it's been a huge part of both of our lives, and not only that, but like our relationship as friends.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like it needed to be mentioned, and then we can talk about funny stuff later.
Yeah, I definitely think I don't think it was a bad idea for us to talk about it. I mean, it's such a defining part of who we are, and we both like felt the impact of it so greatly. And it's been 5 years since it happened. And it's funny, so I was looking at my Facebook memories earlier as well, and I was like, dang, it has been 5 years.
Yeah, doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't. But yeah, time really goes by.
Just don't stop coming in. Okay, don't stop coming.
There it is, folks.
Don't stop coming in it. 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 Don't stop coming. Don't stop coming in it. Don't stop coming. Don't stop coming in it. Don't stop coming. 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 Don't stop. Don't stop coming.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Do you
I don't
have
really-
a topic for this week?
I don't really know where to bring it from here now.
I can go to the G spot if you'd like. It's not hard to find it.
I still like to point out I don't like this name, but sure, you could do your little segment.
You can not like it all you want, but it's the shortened version of Garlic Spotlight. I feel like saying
Sure.
Garlic Spotlight every time is a bit much. We're going to have this conversation until you just accept the G-Spot is the better name. So, the G-Spot for this week, and I don't do these every week. I do these when I feel something notable coming up, okay? But I recently discovered this show. It's called Scavenger's Reign. Okay. It's on HBO Max. And this show is so cool. I don't know how to describe it. I haven't seen much of it. I watched, honestly, a 3-minute clip and then another 3-minute clip on TikTok. But just the scene that I watched, I was like, this is cool. I need to watch this. It's got like I don't even know how to describe the animation style. Kind of Studio Ghibli-esque. But it's space. The main character is in space and she has a robot friend. And it's just their adventures dealing with space. Again, I need to actually watch the show. I just discovered it, so I'm gonna look up real quick. It's good. It's very good. I've been hearing a lot of good things. It looks amazing. It looks masterful. It is such a cool animation style. It says the crew of a damaged deep space freighter are stranded on a beautiful but dangerous planet. So I guess it's just them exploring a planet and finding
death
stuff. Lots of different stuff. It's got a really cool. The cast isn't super well known, I don't think. Yeah, I don't really know any of these people, but that's okay. I recommend you watch it. It's a really, really cool show. It's number 9 in the most searched sci-fi show on streaming today.
Interesting.
Harrowing, surreal, and atmospheric. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I know I don't have much. I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna maybe come back or maybe I won't and talk about the show, the actual show. Check it out.
I have a recommendation as well.
Love to hear it.
If you have not watched Invincible yet, I do recommend you do so.
Is season 2 out?
Season 2 is out, and they do have 2 episodes available to watch.
Okay.
And they also have a like a one-off special all about Adam Eve.
Yes, I did know that one. I haven't seen it yet either, but
Invincible is a superhero comic book that was written co-written by the co-writer of The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are a fan of that and how it subverts the idea of a zombie show, and how if you like the idea of a genre being subverted, then I think this is a good show for you if you enjoy superheroes, because it takes the superhero genre, turns it on its head, and does something that I think is very unique, with something that can be considered an old and tired kind of story.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're thinking of anything similar to The Boys, kind of, but no, not really at all. Like it's good. It's so good. It's so good.
So it's on Amazon, just like The Boys is. I also recommend to watch The Boys. The Boys is good.
Yeah, so good. Absolutely good. Amazing.
It did take me for a little while to actually like get into it and everything.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
I'm sold now.
All right.
Well, in that case, because I don't know what I wanted to talk about this week, I didn't have one, so I was kind of hoping to stretch out. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you'd like to see more from us and see when we're posting and when new things are coming out, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Garlic Boys. You can also like our page on Facebook. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that yet, but we do have a page on there now for anyone that still uses Facebook. And we'll be posting more regularly on there as well, of more of like a hey, this is coming up and like this is happening and things like that. So head over there, like and follow on that. As well as if you'd like to support us financially, we have a few different ways you can do that. You can do that through our Patreon, where it starts at $3 a month for general support, and $10 if you'd like any of those bonus episodes and clips we were talking about earlier. There's a lot of fun stuff up there, and we're coming up with some more, and hopefully we'll be able to bring more and more to that, and it'll be worth it to support us. But if you really, really want to support us, you can go to redbubble.com and search the Garlic Boys and start buying some of our merch options. Matt, do we have confirmation on if those new designs are ready to go out soon?
We have not actually discussed anything, so
this was a coy way of me asking you if those designs that you put into the thing are ready to go up. Hey, coyness is for the birds. The birds is for the bourgeoisie.
I will have to double check, but should be new designs soon.
Yeah, look out for some new designs coming out soon. And if you'd like to watch video versions of this podcast, check those at youtube.com. The Garlic Boys. Matt, it's time for your favorite bit. Do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
I do, but it is a repeat. But it is an intentional repeat, if that's okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be my mom. I know I gave her some crap on the original supplementary moms. Well, not supplementary, but the original mom report during Mother's Day. My mom just lately has been very supportive, very helpful, very lots of different ways. I've been struggling a lot with certain things, and she's just been there quite a bit to, talk me off a ledge, metaphorically speaking, and to help Mia and I out as we embark on an adult life. So I appreciate you, Mom.
Well, mine this week is actually a repeat as well. One of my other best friends, Courtney, just had her second child this week.
All right.
And so, shout out to her. And I have met the child. The child squeaks, and so I have started calling it Squeaker.
Ha! Love it. Squeak, squeaking, squeak, squeaker.
Exactly. Matt, any final thoughts for this week?
I do. Can we change up the outro just for this week?
Okay. What do you want the outro to be?
I would like to say Excelsior instead of Stay Garlicky. Is that okay?
That sounds great to me. And as always, remember to Excelsior. So if you didn't get that, the Excelsior was the catchphrase of Stan Lee.
Oh, man. Stay true, true believers.